Holy Spirit, I feel you in this place, God. Now and forever, God, you reign. Thank you so much for being a God whose bones are not in the grave. God, and if you left the grave behind, so will I. I just feel that all of these volunteers here this morning, Father, leave this pain at the door that we have brought in. Holy Spirit, I feel that you need our frustration, and you need us to give it to you. And God, I just lay all frustration and anger and pain at your feet this morning, Holy Spirit. A God whose breath breathed galaxies, yet he sacrificed on the cross. God, if you can sacrifice, so will we. And we just praise your name in this house, God, and we just give our hearts to you in this very moment. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. Amen, amen. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. My name's Dustin. This is my beautiful wife, Angelia. I am her biggest cheerleader. We are interns here at the church, and what an amazing year that has been. If you're interested, there's an interest meeting today. Amen. Amen. So we were asked a few weeks ago to come up with something for Rally, which naturally requires a ton of prayer. So for weeks we've been praying, and my wife Angelia got the word. So she's prepared that for this moment, and I'll let her kick it off.
Ooh, it's bright up here. I'm gonna try my best to not cry, but thank you all for giving us the opportunity to do this. So over the last couple weeks, does anybody have a life verse, like something that you just turn to all the time? So my life verse, at least for the last several years, has been Jeremiah 29:11-13, which Pastor talks about a lot. We're newer to this church within the last year, and so every time he brought it up, I was like, this is it, I'm meant to be here. So that verse is, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. Then you will call upon me and come and pray to me, and I will hear you. You will seek me and find me, and when you seek me with all your heart." So I work with people every single day, and they come to me and I listen to all of their hurts, all of their disappointments, doubts, and fears, which is a lot. And I work with a lot of kids. And the other day I had a little girl, she's 8. And she has like all these freckles, and she's as big as eyes ever. And she's like, you know what? Sometimes life isn't fair. She's like, I've gone through some really hard things, and I try to be honest with my friends and share with them what I go through, and they don't believe me. She's like, I've been homeless. I don't have clothes. I have no food sometimes. And sometimes I leave and I'm like, God, why? Like, why do some of these kids have to go through these things, or anybody, adults, whoever I see that day? And I just spent time reflecting on what she was telling me. Because at the end of that, she was like, but you know what? It's okay. I can handle it. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go cry now. And I was like, you know what? She's so right. We go through things in life that aren't fair. We go through hurt. We go through disappointment. We go through loss. And we might go and try to, confide in someone and they don't understand. Not that maybe they believe you, but they can't relate to what you've gone through. So I started reflecting on my life and all the trials I've experienced, which are far, a lot. And my first thought was, why, God? Like, why me? Why do I have to go through all of this pain? And then why are you using me to go and listen to other people's pain and hurt when I'm hurting? And there's days where I can't handle it, like right now. And my heart is hurting for these people, and it's too much, and I just feel like sometimes I can't save them. Like, why are you using me to do this? And I felt him say, That's not your job. It's not your job to save them. Leave that to me, my child. I've created you to heal, but you're not doing it alone. I'm with you. This is all part of my plan. Every trial, every tribulation that you've encountered, I have been there holding your hand to help you through it all. I have a plan for your life greater than anything you could ever imagine. Trust me, don't doubt me. Lean into me in times of difficulties rather than straying away. And I'll give you the words to say when you feel you're falling short. I'm here to save those who are hurting, not you. And I'll continue to shine through you. So sometimes I think that we forget about the good that comes out of the trials and the suffering we face. God has no intention to harm us or forsake us. He's created us perfectly. Whether we're hurting, whether we have a loss, whether we're sad, whether we're hurt. But He's also chosen a gift for each of us to use. And that's while we're here on this earth. And we don't have to do it by ourselves. He's like, I'm giving you that gift. I can't talk about God when I'm talking to these kids, but He's using the words that I'm saying to show them that He's working through me. So at times when we're doubting or questioning what our purpose is, or what our gift is that God's given us, and why we've gone through certain things in life, pain, hurt, loss, disappointment, whatever you can think of that's not positive, I just want to encourage you to pull closer to Him. And remember that it's all a part of this great plan He has for us in our life. And that is not our job to save every person that walks through this door. It's His job, but He's going to shine through you every moment. So, whatever you're going through today, I know there's people hurting in this room. We pray together out in the lobby. Sometimes we get so caught up in what our role is, but just give everything to God. Like if this is your 15 minutes, give it to Him now, so that we can help those people that walk in this door. This is our safe place. This is where you can come and be who you are. You don't have to put up a facade. If you're having a rough day, it's okay to have a rough day. He's here for you. So I just want to go into prayer. Just reflect on a time that God has brought you through. That hurt, that loss, and that disappointment. I just want to thank Him for that. So dear God, thank you so much for being the ultimate healer.